And hello fellow developers, in this video we are going to be treating JavaScript spread operators, and I know some of you have heard of spread operators in JavaScript before, or maybe some of you have not heard of it before. In this video I'm going to explain what spread operators is and how you are going to be spreading operators in your JavaScript code. So let's get started. I've created a new folder now called spread operators. I'm going to open up this folder inside my code editor. As you can all see now, we are opening the folder inside a VS Code. You can open it up inside any code editor of your choice. So here I want to create my index.html file. As a common convention, we must create it because we are doing the plain JavaScript. And inside here I want to create my app.js file also. So that's great. So I want to bring out the normal HTML document structure using the shift and 1, and I want to link my JavaScript to my HTML, as you can see, and then I'm going to just inside the source attribute I'm going to just specify the app.js. That's exactly what I'm doing now. After this I can just go over and just probably create a h1 or something to notify what I'm doing. Maybe I can just write spread operators inside my h1, so we are going to be seeing something at least inside my browser. It won't be just totally blank. Okay, now after doing this I want to open up my JS folder, and after opening up my JS folder I want to create a variable. I want to create a variable of foods, and I'm going to just set it to an array. I'm going to set the variable to an array of list of food, possibly let's say rice. That's the first array, first list on my array, and then the next one should be yam, and then maybe I can just add one more, and which is possibly, so let's say junks. And I believe with this is okay, so I can just change it to foods because we are having list of food, not just single food now. So now inside this array after this array I want to create a new array with, let me say all foods. So this array will contain, that means more food than the remaining ones. So the list of food we start with now, possibly let's say an array of I'm stuck. I don't even know much of name of food, so let's say spaghetti, and then the next thing should be possibly okay, let's go with macaroni. I think that would be okay too. So I'm going to use what we call the spread operators now. To add spread operator you need to add these 3 dots and then food. That means this array should contain list of the food. That array of all food will contain list of the food I added, and then together with the ones I created before, which is the foods. So let's console.log food and also console.log all food and see what happens. So now I can just head over to my index.html, copy path. I want to definitely right click on the index.html and copy path. Where is it? Okay, copy path, and I can just head over to any of my favorite browser and then allow it to finish loading. Good. I can just paste the link here, and you can see my h1 is showing, but I want to inspect because we won't definitely see console. We console.log our result. You can see the first array of foods that contains the list of food I have, while the second array of all food contains the list of food, including the first array. You can see it's included the first array in the, you can see this .3 dots means spread operators. That means you spread the names of the food that are included in the foods array to inside that particular array that I added it to. I believe with this now you understand what spread operator it means. Let me comment it. Let me show you another example, possibly using a function. So I can just hit on function keyword, and then I can just say sum. That's the name of my function. What did I want to sum? Maybe I'm just going to specify 3 words, x, y, z as a parameter, and then I can just open curly braces. We all know how to create a function, I believe that. So I can just return a statement. Possibly maybe I can just say x plus y plus z. I think that would be just okay for the function, as easy as that. You remember now those parameters we are inputting are not yet defined, so we are going to define them later. So then I can just go under here, under the function, and create a variable. Let me say let me use the let keyword. Let possibly numbers. If I use numbers it might give me an error. Numbers is a reserved word, so let me use digits equals to, then let me add the numbers I wanted in an array now, just in an array. So I can just specify 3 number 5, I can just say 12 and possibly maybe 17, and that's good. And now I have 3 numbers in an array, so those are the numbers I'm supposed to use. So I can just say console.log sum. You should just sum what are the numbers I want it to sum. That means dot spread operators of digits. So I want those numbers to be separated with comma. So those are the numbers I want it to show. And let's refresh our browser, and you can see now it's have already added those 3 numbers for us. So now it is now spread operators that's working. That's power of spread operators. We don't even need to like write them back later. We just need to spread them inside that sum function, and everything will work perfectly. So let me just comment this code, and if I believe now you have understand. So let me comment it. But one thing about it is spread operator is not just limited to arrays. You have been seeing me using an array for the spread operators. We can use spread operators for objects too. We can use it for objects too. It's applicable for objects in JavaScript, not just arrays in JavaScript. So now note also applicable to object.js. Objects data types. So that's good. Now let's see how it works in objects too, not just in array. Because if I leave it to you, you might be able to just find out that we can use it later in an object. So let's car. I want to define a car now as an object, and I can just set the color of that car to a particular color, possibly maybe red. You can give it another color. It all depends on you. And then I can just set possibly maybe the wheels of the car. I'm not supposed to write here. The wheels. I think good. I can just specify the wheels to be 4, and I just want to possibly create another array, another object. Let my car. Now this object is my car, not just any car here, because I can specify as my car. Now I can just say the brand of my car should be equals to let me see, a string. Now I'm supposed to add it as a string too. I remember now red is not a number. We're supposed to add a string literals to it. So I want to add it as string Mercedes. I can specify any car I want. It's not that I have Mercedes. I don't even have it. But now let me assume I have a car Mercedes, and let me add a brand of maybe a year. Let's see, brand of model. Let me use the word model, and then I can just say model of 2024. Then I want to spread the array. I want to make sure it includes everything that's also inside that car object too. That car object should also be included inside my car object. So let me console.log car, which is the previous object, and also console.log my car, and see how it works out. Just like the way it works out in array, it's going to work out with object too. It's just simple. These are what we call spread operators. So let me refresh my browser, and you can see my object of car contains color of red and wheels of 4. And also we have another one, which is my car, which have brands of Mercedes-Benz model, and also the property that are also included inside the car object. So I believe with this you understand how spread operator works, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Kindly like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. See you in the next one.